What if I told you that the man who wants to take humans to Mars once slept on the floor of his office? What if I told you that the richest innovator on Earth once stood on the edge of complete failure, not once, not twice, but almost everything at the same time? No money, no sleep, no certainty, no guarantee of survival, just a broken body, a bleeding mind, and one terrifying question echoing in his head. Am I crazy for believing this? This is not a story about success. This is a story about pain, rejection, and refusing to quit when quitting was the logical option. This is the real journey of Elon Musk. And if you are tired, broke, confused, or silently asking yourself if your dream is worth the suffering, listen carefully, because this story might save your future. Elon Musk did not grow up with comfort. As a child in South Africa, he was not popular, he was not strong, he was not protected, he was bullied, physically, emotionally, almost daily. Kids pushed him down the stairs. They beat him so badly once, he had to be hospitalized. While others were playing, Elon was hiding in books, science, physics, computers, not because it was fun, but because it was safe. Books didn't hurt him, ideas didn't punch him, dreams didn't laugh at him. But pain followed him anyway. When he moved to North America, people didn't see a genius. They saw an awkward immigrant, a strange thinker, a guy who talked about rockets while struggling to pay rent. He dropped out of a PhD program at Stanford, not because he was failing, but because he believed the internet would change the world. And people told him, "You're making a huge mistake. You're not special. Go get a real job." But Elon didn't listen. He built his first company, sold it, then built another, and then everything collapsed. This was the darkest chapter. Elon Musk had invested almost all his money into two companies. It was for Tesla, SpaceX. Both were bleeding cash. Rockets were exploding. Cars were not selling. Investors were walking away. Tesla was days from bankruptcy. SpaceX had failed 3 launches in a row. One more failure, and SpaceX was dead. Money was gone. Credit was gone. Hope was disappearing. At the same time, his marriage was falling apart. He was sleeping on factory floors, working 100+ hours a week. Sometimes, he didn't even go home. He later admitted, "I thought I was going to lose everything." Imagine that moment. You risked everything, money, your reputation, your health, and now the world is watching you fail. This was not motivation. This was survival. In that darkness, Elon Musk had a choice. He could quit, sell what was left, save himself, live a comfortable life, and no one would blame him. But instead, he asked himself a brutal question. If I quit now, will I be able to live with myself later? That question changed everything. Not money, not fame, not validation, meaning. He didn't ask, will I succeed? He asked, is this worth trying? And his answer was simple. Yes, even if it breaks me, even if I fail publicly. So he doubled down. He slept less, worked harder, risked the last dollar. SpaceX prepared one final launch, one rocket, one chance. Failure meant the end. Success meant a miracle. The 4th launch, no celebrations, no confidence, just silence and fear. The rocket lifted. Seconds passed, minutes passed, and then it worked. SpaceX finally reached orbit. That single moment changed history. NASA noticed, a contract arrived, SpaceX survived, and almost immediately after that, Tesla secured emergency funding. Both companies lived. But don't misunderstand this moment. This was not luck. This was years of suffering paying back interest. Elon Musk didn't become strong because he was fearless. He became strong because he kept moving while being terrified. He once said, if something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. That is not motivation. That is mental warfare. Working when your body says stop. Thinking when your mind is exhausted. Believing when evidence says no. Loneliness became normal. Stress became routine. Pain became part of the process. But so did progress. Slow, painful, unforgiving, yet unstoppable. After surviving the edge of collapse, something changed. Not overnight, not magically, but steadily. Tesla cars slowly entered the roads. People laughed at first. Electric cars will never work. They're too expensive. They will fail. But Elon Musk didn't build Tesla to impress critics. He built it to change the future. Every setback became feedback. Every criticism became fuel. Factories expanded. Technology improved. Belief returned. And then, the world started paying attention. Tesla wasn't just a car company anymore. It became a symbol of innovation, a symbol of courage, a symbol of refusing to follow the old rules. At the same time, SpaceX did the impossible. Reusable rockets, lower costs, faster launches, what governments thought would take decades. SpaceX did in years. The boy who was once bullied was now redefining human potential. But Elon didn't celebrate much. Why? Because for him, this was never about success. It was about mission. Elon Musk became one of the most influential people on Earth. Not because he chased power, but because he chased problems. Climate change, space survival, clean energy, human progress. While others chased comfort, he chased responsibility. He believes humanity must become multiplanetary, not for ego, not for fame, but for survival. He believes the future should excite you, not scare you, and that belief shaped everything he built. Tesla changed transportation. SpaceX changed space travel. Neuralink challenged biology. Starlink connected the disconnected. Yet, Elon Musk still works insane hours, still faces criticism, still makes mistakes, still risks everything. Why? Because legacy is not built by playing safe. Legacy is built by those who are willing to be misunderstood, for a future they may never fully enjoy. Now listen carefully. This part is not about Elon Musk. It is about you. You don't need confidence to start. You need courage to begin scared. Fear never disappears. You just get stronger. Failure is not the opposite of success. Quitting is. If you're failing, you're still in the game. Long-term vision requires short-term pain. If your dream doesn't hurt sometimes, it's probably too small. You will be criticized, especially when you are doing something meaningful. Silence never creates change. Work ethic beats talent when talent sleeps. There is no shortcut to obsession. Your environment matters. If everyone around you thinks small, you'll shrink without noticing. Don't ask, is this easy? Ask, is this worth it? Easy lives create weak stories. Hard lives create legends. You are allowed to be different. The world changes because of outsiders, not followers. Purpose gives pain a direction. When your why is strong, the how reveals itself. So now I ask you, what excuse are you holding on to? Lack of money? Lack of support? Fear of failure? Elon Musk had all of that, and still moved forward. Not because he was special, but because he refused to surrender. You don't need permission to dream bigger. You don't need approval to start again. You don't need guarantees to take the first step. You just need to decide that your future is worth fighting for. Get up. Fight back. Outwork your doubts. The world doesn't reward comfort. It rewards courage. And maybe, years from now, someone will tell your story, not because you never fell, but because you never stayed down. Look at yourself, right now. Not the version the world sees, but the version inside you. The one that is tired, the one that is scared, the one that almost gave up last night. Listen carefully. Your struggle is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you are still fighting. Elon Musk was doubted, mocked, almost destroyed, but he didn't wait for motivation. He moved without permission. And so can you. You don't need luck. You don't need connections. You don't need perfect timing. And you need one decision. A decision to stop running from pain and start using it. This channel exists for one reason: to remind you that no matter how low you fall, you were not born to stay there. This is not just motivation. This is a movement of fighters, dreamers, builders, people who refuse to live average lives. So if this story lit something inside you, subscribe to Push to Peak. Share this video with someone who is struggling silently, and promise yourself one thing: no more excuses, no more waiting, no more quitting.